Oh, Venomize has sent us another video to react to. Let's have a little gander, shall we? So the video is in videos on stream. Here you can recommend videos to me to react to. Join the Discord, link in the description. Platinum Boys.
Your engagement with technology doesn't just have to do with laziness or discipline or you sucking at life. It has to do with a lot of like the state of your mind, your internal emotional state, your fatigue state, all those kinds of things. So I wasted 5 to 6 hours watching YouTube, and now I don't want to do anything anymore. So I have some homework that...
Nigga addicted to YouTube, but he still got other things that he needs to do. Now he don't want to do those things anymore. Now we a lame. Now he ain't got his, you know what I'm saying, he ain't got his work done. Now his wife gonna leave him. It's an evil world we live in. Let's see what's up
to do over the weekend. But instead of utilizing my time to do stuff, I just blew 5 hours watching YouTube, and now I hate myself and I don't feel like I deserve anything or anyone.
What's wrong with y'all niggas? I could never hate myself. I got way too big of an ego to hate myself ever, my nigga. Are you dumb? Stop. Right? Second of all, if I'm gonna hate myself, right? If I'm going see, this is why the camera needs to be more downwards. Yes, sir. If I'm gonna hate myself, how am I gonna get anything done? That don't make sense to me. You gotta love yourself to be productive, I feel like. This dumbass starting off wrong. What this dumbass nigga called? Peer maker, whatever the fuck your name is, nigga. Alright, so we just gonna do that? Oh, not for sure. You just fucked my whole flow up.
I tried to be productive.
Let me just retry that. Let me just recrop. Look at this goofy ass talking about, so now I hate myself. I feel like I don't deserve anything or anyone. Then die, nigga. If you don't deserve anything, you don't deserve a life. Like, what the fuck is this bitch ass nigga talking about?
Several times, and now that has failed, I don't want to do anything anymore. I want to be perfect like everybody else when it comes to their lives, but I find that hard, and I want to cry when I can't do anything that other people can do.
You know what it is about people's life seeming perfect? Is because niggas be faking it. And sometimes you gotta fake it till you make it. Shout out Sneeko. You feel me? What do you think I be doing in here all day? I literally be faking till I make it all day. And because I faked so much, I've made so much. The things I faked in the past have become reality in the now.
I hate my life because I am worth nothing and I feel like I am incapable of everything that is presented to me. I want to get rid of this thing of not being productive and all that. This happens frequently as well, and I'm hopeless about it. I hate life.
I hate life. I hate me. I hate this. I hate that. What you gonna do about it, bitch ass nigga? Let me listen.
What we need to do.
Right.
We end up watching lots of YouTube or something else. Right? Play video games, spend time on Reddit, like whatever. Pick your poison. The truth of the matter is, though, sometimes it's like we have stuff that we want to accomplish, and YouTube kind of gets in the way. And then what happens is when we like slip up, right, by like 5 hours of YouTube, we hate ourselves. And then we don't feel like we deserve anything. We want to be perfect, but we're the very opposite of perfect. Our mind becomes...
Oh my God. Here's the thing. I think I can... How do I say this? Because I don't feel like this at all no more. Never. I think over time, I've cultivated this image of what I want myself to be. What I want myself to become. That I can never dwell in the here now or in the past. That doesn't make fucking sense to me. Because I'm so hyper focused on that future version of myself. I could never think of, oh, I'm so terrible now. I'm just thinking, alright, I need to do this to become that future me that I'm already seeing in the distance. It ain't even past the horizon no more. I see that nigga. Nigga glistening too. Fuck is you talking about?
I want to get rid of this thing. I'm tired of not being productive anymore. I want to be productive again. Help me be productive again.
If you want to get rid of something, nigga, like an app or something, delete the app. If you want to get rid of a bitch, block her ass. If you want to get... Like, I don't get these things. Why the fuck are you addicted to social media if it's so easy to just throw to the side? There are so many things you can do instead of that. You don't get a relapse after you quit watching YouTube or scrolling to TikTok. You don't relapse from that shit. You're not like, I need some. Like, nigga, no. At least if you addicted to drugs or whatever the fuck, if you quit that, you relapse. Your body physically can almost not handle that shit. When it comes to social media, you just gotta grow some nuts. Just do that shit if you want to do that shit.
So what do we do in this situation? So as I was kind of reading this, my first thought is, well, I wonder what's going on in someone's brain. So I didn't really know. I was like, okay, what does watching 5 hours of YouTube do?
Nigga ain't got a own life. He ain't got a own personality. He ain't got his own goals. That's a damn issue.
So I know like long-term effects of chronic technology usage, social media usage, video games, things like that. But at the 5 hour mark, what's going on in someone's... So the first thing that we're going to do is just like do a quick dip into neuroscience. Okay. So there's some... We're going to talk about... Oh yeah, so let's start with this. So there's this field called consumer neuroscience, which terrifies me as a psychiatrist. Because what this means is that there's like a group of people out there who are studying the brain using things like psychometrics, functional neuroimaging, and behavioral data to figure out how to get you to like buy stuff and continue using the internet. Okay? So the impact of motivation to watch YouTube, subjective norms, behavioral control, information success model to watching YouTube engagement. Now, this is important. Measuring dorsolateral prefrontal cortex signals to predict the success of merchandising elements at the point of sale. Brain activity forecasts video engagement in an internet attention market. So here's something that terrifies me. Your free will is now known as the internet attention market. And there's a lot of research out there about how to get people to like, how to like take this internet attention market and like engage people with it and sell things. Okay? Now this is what's really interesting. So the key thing that I kind of took away from this that I thought was a little bit different is a lot of research on the anterior insula. So let's try to understand the neuroscience real quick. So here's what I thought of when I looked at this. I was like, okay, I can understand that people get distracted and they don't want to, you know, start doing homework. It's boring. So you open up YouTube because you feel a little bit distracted. But then what I got kind of curious about is why do we waste 5 hours on YouTube? Because it's not even fun after the first hour. What's going on there?
I disagree. I feel like, what's the last time I spent 5 hours in one day on YouTube? I don't know, but I don't know. I've always like watched fun content. Like in the 5th hour, I'd still be laughing my ass off to the videos that I would be watching. I don't know.
And that's when I sort of...
I never do something for that long of a time that I don't even enjoy. What the fuck?
Discovered that there's all kinds of interesting stuff. And one of the key pieces of neuroscience here is the anterior insula. And the anterior insula is actually heavily involved with like insight. It's also involved with the orgasm, which is kind of interesting. But it involves a lot of like awareness, and like a lot of our consciousness comes from the anterior insula. So when we're kind of thinking about Okay, like what do I want to do when we're like regulating ourselves, when we think a particular way about ourselves? Like a lot of this like emotional awareness of what we're doing and like being conscious is the anterior insula. And what we know from all this commercial neuroscience is that buying things online and spending more time on the internet is inversely correlated with anterior insular activity. So what that sort of means,
So you're not even like fully consciously doing it? Is that what he's saying?
is that the more aware I am, the less likely I am to engage with YouTube for 5 hours at a stretch.
Well, it makes sense since, you know, everything is kind of trying to dumb you down, make you weaker, so that they can market easierly towards you. That makes sense.
And actually what tends to happen is as we use technology, what this internet attention market is doing is finding ways to make us less aware. And what do I mean by finding ways to make us less aware? So when I watch a particular video, so right now, like I'm aware of my surroundings, what I need to do today. My mind is tracking all kinds of stuff. When I watch a video, the engagement level of that video is in how much it allows me to forget. Right? So my, poison of the month this month is watching these like survival, catching, foraging, eating, cooking things with fires.
I don't know. I guess definitely right now since like season 5, since like Platinum Boys and all that, I've just only been watching content in YouTube that inspires me for my own YouTube channel and all that. Like I'm taking mental notes constantly while I'm watching YouTube, being like, oh, I can engage with the audience in this way and that way. That's why I have this fucking, zooming in, zooming out. I can do this and stuff like that, right? This was like from watching Heavenly Controller, because he always got these setups with like these different camera angles and shit like that. And I was like, damn, that's kind of fun. I gotta have that on the stream to make it more engaging. Almost seem like it's edited in a way. I mean, I'm not fully mastered with it, but you can use that as a I guess that's one of the ways that I use YouTube to inspire the streams and videos. But other than that, what? Let me look at my history, right? I hate when you ask someone a question like, are you doing this or are you doing that? No. The fuck you mean no? Are you doing this or that? Say this or that. God damn. I'll respond to that shit later. Let me see. History. View all. There's some like news, music, Daquan Wiltshire, which I didn't watch the full video, but stuff on hair, Plague Boy Max, Filmento. Filmento is basically like he tells you how to like write stuff and stuff like that. That's where I get my writing shit from. Yeah, that's about it, I guess. And Mighty Keith, that nigga just funny, bro. Like sometimes you gotta watch that nigga for real.
Right? It's like some dude who's like out in the wilderness who's like making fires and catching things and hunting for food and stuff like that. And it's like,
but I want to low-key look at that Discord. What was that? The productivity, not the Discord, the Reddit, the productivity Reddit or something. r/r/ productivity. How do I create a sense of urgency quickly? My exams are in 2 months, about 2 months, and I haven't been perfectly productive for quite some time now. How do I get in that same feeling as when the exams are in 2 days? Let me see. Because What would I do in this case? I don't know. I would just do it. I don't need a sense of urgency to do something. Hmm. If I knew I had to do it at the moment, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me see. Rule of two. Show up at the time you plan. Start. Wait, you know what you can do? Make like, god damn it, make a schedule on at what time, what day you want to study. And then you literally get a notification on your phone like you need to study in half an hour. Just keep up with that. Start it by telling yourself I'll just do 2 minutes and then stop, and then another. So you hopefully do. Yeah, that's like the tech with some people do that. Like they do for a short amount of time, then they go on a break, then a little longer, go on a break, then a lot longer, go on a break, etc. So it kind of gets started. Okay, okay. Good tip, I suppose. Somebody said I quit social media for a month, and here's what happened. I quit social media and I recently decided to take a break. I quit social. Man, use commas in your shit. I quit social. I quit social. You just said, God damn it. Let me try to really read this shit, man. I quit social. I recently decided to take a break from social media for a month. That could have been such a fucking shorter sentence. I quit social media I recently decided to quit social media for a month. And it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. As someone who spends a lot of time online, I was curious about how much it would impact social media, how much impact social media was having on my mental health and productivity. During my month off, I found myself feeling more present and engaged with my daily life. I had time for hobbies and spending time with loved ones, and I felt more focused and productive at my work. I also noticed that I was comparing myself less to others and feeling more content with my own life. That's something I've never understood. People always be comparing themselves to other people, like, oh well, but Timmy did this or Timmy did that. Nigga, fuck Timmy. You're the only human that your soul is inside of. You're the only human. This is the only human that you are conscious of. The other ones, you don't even know if the other humans really have souls. Is it another version of your soul? Is it your soul in another timeline? You don't even really fucking know. That's why we need to be considerate of each other. But when it comes to comparing yourself to others, you don't even know if these niggas is real. Just do the best that you can. Don't worry about what other people is doing for 3 seconds in your damn life. God damn. Okay, let me read the rest. Of course, there were some challenges as well. I miss seeing updates from friends and staying up to date on the news and trends, but overall the benefits of my break were far outweighed the drawbacks. I feel like for me, first of all, I don't care what my friends is doing. Like, if there's something I need to know about my homies, they will tell me. So I don't need to see their social media version of themselves, because I know the real version of themselves. Secondly, I feel like the biggest thing with me and not having social media is that I just get bored at a certain point. There's only so much reading and drawing and listening to music I can do in a day. Hey, but that's just me. That's the thing, because I have a lot of free time. I don't have that much school, don't have that much work. I'm pretty much at the fucking house all day just making content And you feel me, like, and after a certain amount of time, after like 4 or 5, that's when I get to socially converse with other people, because they do have busy lives instead of my dumbass school. But let me see the rest. If you're feeling burnt out or overwhelmed by social media, I highly recommend taking a break for sure. If you don't feel the vibes of social media, delete that shit, my nigga. Someone said, am I kidding myself? Can I even get all this stuff done in a week? Well, you can just figure that out. Just schedule it in a fucking bro. I'm not even gonna read what the fuck this nigga has to do. It's so simple to figure that shit out. Open Google calendar, plan everything in that you need to do. If it doesn't fit, you can't do it. Like, that is such a dumbass fucking question. Like, people on the internet really don't be thinking. The first thing they think about is asking someone else for the question. Why don't you think for yourself for once, bro? Come on. God damn.